Welcome back to the Team to Beat Miami Heat podcast, your one-stop shop for daily Miami Heat content. My name is Amir. Before I get into today's episode, just want to thank everybody for supporting the channel, pushing to 3,000 subscribers. So if you enjoy the content, don't forget to subscribe. It would mean a lot. So for today's episode, there are some more rumors around Jimmy Butler, and there's a new team that has shown interest this week in potentially acquiring Jimmy Butler, and that is according to Marc Stein. Sources told the Stein line that the New Orleans Pelicans are interested in either facilitating a trade and being a third option, fourth option to help get Jimmy Butler to another team, or they could also design a trade package where they could swap Jimmy Butler for Brandon Ingram. And Brandon Ingram right now is a desirable contract in a sense that he is an expiring contract, and that's what the Miami Heat are looking for. They're looking for win-now players, which he hypothetically is. They're looking for expiring contracts. That's what he is. They're looking at draft capital. And so the New Orleans Pelicans have been navigating their own trade scenarios this whole offseason. This whole season, there's been rumors about them moving Brandon Ingram. Brandon Ingram said he wanted a max extension with any team for $200 million. So he was looking to make $50 million plus a year, like a superstar. And I quite frankly don't think he's worth that. I think he is getting paid exactly what he's worth, or maybe even honestly more, because this dude is literally always freaking hurt. So they've had trouble trading him, but now that we're closer to the trade deadline, the Pelicans feel like they can make a move and will be able to offload him. And the Miami Heat could be that perfect team for him as a rental. So according to Jake Fisher, he said, it is believed that the prospect of acquiring a player of Ingram's caliber would certainly get the Heat's attention, given that Miami is openly motivated to making the playoffs this season, because as I've explained in other videos, if we don't make the playoffs, our two picks that we owe, first round picks, one to the OKC Thunder this offseason and 2025, and then I think it's like the 2027 pick we owe to the Hornets for the Terry Rozier trade. Those are protected lottery picks. So if the Heat suck, they get those picks. They keep those picks. But if they don't make the playoffs, they're unprotected. And with losing Jimmy Butler, we see this team is not much worse yet. But if they go and continue into this youth movement and they don't get a lot of good pieces for Jimmy Butler and they don't become a player, or not a contender, but a contender to make the playoffs next season, and if Tyler gets hurt, or if Bam gets hurt, or if someone has a significant injury, this team could be in big trouble and they could lose those protections off those picks. So we'll see what happens, but apparently the Miami Heat are potentially interested in acquiring Brandon Ingram as part of a trade. Initially, there was conversations and videos that we've all made in the past, including myself, regarding Brandon Ingram as an option with Jimmy Butler, Tyler, and Bam. The issue was, who do you trade for Brandon Ingram, and what are you going to do with him after his contract expires? Are you going to give him a max deal? So, like, what were you willing to give up as a rental? And these are conversations and videos that we made when we thought he would play with Jimmy Butler potentially, and Bam and Tyler. And so this is a huge new wrinkle, because with Brandon Ingram coming in, he would be a good fit with Tyler Hero, with Bam Adebayo, with Khalil Ware right now. And obviously we have Jovic and other pieces, young assets. He's 27 years old. He is tall, lengthy. He's a KD light when he's healthy type of player. He's a good shooter. He's an okay defender, but he's a bucket. Like he can score in bunches. You know, he's averaging 22 points per game this season. Like for his career, he's averaging 20 points per game. But a few seasons ago, he was averaging almost 25 points per game. He's a one-time All-Star back in 2019. But again, the biggest issue with Brandon Ingram, in my opinion, is his injury history. He's played 18 games this season out of 48. Yes, they're probably keeping him out on purpose because they've wanted to trade him, sure, but he's missed 30 games. Last season, he played 64. The season before that, 45, 55, 61, 62, 52, 59. Only in his rookie year, he played 79 games. Other than that, he's literally averaging 58 games, 59 games per season. And simply, that's not good enough, honestly. Like, we need him on the floor if he's going to be on this Miami Heat team, and we need him healthy, and he can't stay healthy, so that's one of the biggest knocks. But in terms of fit, he's shooting 37% from three, 36% for his career. His playmaking has gotten better over the last few years, so he is someone who can dribble, obviously, and create his own shot, and he is someone who could facilitate. And that's something that Tyler Hero needs, is someone who can handle the ball. Tyler Hero is getting blitzed every play, double teamed every play. They're playing drop on him on the pick and roll, or not playing drop on him on the pick and roll. And it's been tough for Tyler right now. So this would be huge. So let me know what you guys think in the comments. Do you think a trade where the Miami Heat acquire the Pelicans small forward Brandon Ingram for Jimmy Butler makes any sense?